Hi, my name is Eddie, and this is a reading for Cancer for the month of April 2024. So I'm going to shuffle your cards. I'm using my Tower of Prague deck, which is my favourite deck. So a good shuffle, and I'm just focusing around you. What's been going on? What's going to show up? So let's just lay down 10 cards on the table for you. Right, so the first card is in the here and now, the present situation, what's going on around you at this time. And your card is the Queen of Swords in the reversed position. Is there someone around you? I get like this feminine energy, that could be male or female, but it's coming across as feminine. Someone who's very toxic, someone who's always bringing you down, someone who's very manipulative, someone who's very controlling, who like to throw a spanner in the works, okay? They're coming across as being very sad and they want you to be sad as well. I mean, please do comment. You know, it's very good to see your comments. I'll answer all your comments, and it also helps me to grow, to expand. So any comments you have at all on any level, you know, about the reading, do put down, whether it's the lighting, the sound, the picture, the cards, your situation, something you would like to know. And then I'll try and put it into future readings as well, okay? But at the moment with you, there is some toxic energy that's getting in the way. It's like pulling you back, pulling you down. It's like I see like a vampire. So they're like a sort of energy vampire here. Okay, you're trying to let go, you're trying to move forward, but they keep sucking you back. Okay, they're very manipulative, very controlling. So the card crossing is the Six of Cups in the reversed. A strong sense that it's kind of sort of been one thing after another. Okay, I do sense with this card here that you're getting a lot of unwanted things emotionally. Okay, I do sense that happiness turned to sadness, laughter turned to tears around matters of the heart. Okay, it's like everything was just fine, just going along just fine, and then something was said or something was done, and your whole world was just shattered. Okay, I do see like this broken mirror. Okay, could be for connections. You know, have you broken something recently? Has something broken? Again, do comment on that. But it's like all this happiness has kind of sort of been sucked from you. Okay, that's the overall energy which I get. But I also see it relates to this feminine energy as well. You know, they're the root cause of a lot of this. But let's look in the past and see what's been happening there. Okay, the Queen of Cups in the reverse position. It's interesting, we're getting two queens here and they're both reversed, and this is very much about this negative energy, this toxic energy, and also the Six of Cups is in the reverse position. So it's quite unusual to have three reversed cards, you know, as the first three cards in a reading, okay, because it's very much about the energies that have been working against you. Okay, you've been feeling very emotional. Okay, this person has been bringing you down, and it brings you down. Okay, they're like this energy vampire, which I get with them. But let's have a look more forward and see what's going to show up. Okay, it's another reverse card. It's the Two of Cups in the reverse position, which is an interesting card. I get this card on many levels. Is there like a sort of love situation around you where things haven't kind of sort of reached second gear, if you like, or second base? It's kind of, it's on hold. Okay, I'm not saying it has to be a recent relationship. It might be a relationship which has been going on months or even years, but things haven't progressed. There's not any security or any stability or commitment, because that's the kind of energy which I get here. It's like you're wanting things to move to the next level, but this person, and maybe this feminine energy as well, has some kind of sort of influence here. Okay, but often I do see this card, the Two of Cups, and I feel it in your case as a soulmate card. So even though things haven't moved to the next level, I do sense this deep connection where you have met in previous lives, you're going to meet in future lives. But since it's in the reverse position, there is some type of separation. Okay, all together spiritually at a deep level, but we're on the earth plane. You know, you're wanting to get together physically, Like emotionally, you want communication to improve, you're wanting contact to improve. So again, do comment if any of this makes any kind of sense to you. It's very good to get feedback so I can do more and more videos. Right, let's look at the card in the goal position. There's a lot of sadness here. You know, we've got the Five of Cups in the reverse position. If you have a look, there's these spilt cups on the ground, which you're looking at. Okay, you're looking at them. So there's been a lot of disappointments. There might have been a recent passing. But it is in the reverse position, and actually looking behind, there's two cups still standing. That's what you're wanting to head towards. Okay, you've had enough of all this upset. Okay, you tried to let go. You tried to move forward. And then this feminine energy doesn't help. It kind of sort of pulls you back. There's a lot of toxic and negative energy, you know, around you. Okay, but there's so much ahead of you. Something here about you cutting ties, but if you can't cut ties, then to actually deal with the situation in a different way. You know, it's also a bit like if you change the way you look at something, what you look at also changes as well. And don't forget, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Something needs to give here. Something needs to change here. That's better, okay? So subconsciously, I do sense you've been doing a lot of work on yourself. Is that true? This is what I'm getting with this card here. So hopefully you can enlighten me on that. But that's most certainly what it's showing, or what's on the way. It's like you're trying to feel good about things. Okay, it's not always easy. You know, there is a lot of toxic and negative energy about you, but you're kind of working on yourself. There's something here about fish out of water. So it's like you've been taking a risk here and there. And that's good, because if you take a risk here and there, then it's going to kind of sort of push you forward. You're going to break down barriers. You're going to go to places you haven't been before, aren't you, if you take a risk. So it's a very, very positive card. It's starting to get this kind of sort of feel-good factor within yourself. It may not be apparent yet, but it's going to build up. It's going to build up. And don't forget, inside out. You know, a bit like the acorn. You know, inside the acorn, there's a potential to be an oak tree. And it's the same with you. You have so much potential. And it's going to show up on the outside. It's also some good news. The pages are always about good news. Some good news, and cups are about love, romance, relationships. Some good news about a relationship situation. So even though there is this distance, this coldness, this lack of commitment, this lack of certainty, there is going to be better communication moving forward. And it starts off from within yourself. I'm not saying it's your fault. It's their fault. They've been completely out of order. Okay, and in fact, from you kind of sort of stepping back and then loving yourself more, then you'll start to attract more love into your life. You'll start to draw them closer to you without any direct action. It's indirect action, which is more, has a better effect. The advice here is shown by, I mean, exactly what I just said. The Seven of Wands in the reverse position. There's a strong sense of letting go and then allowing what's yours to come in. Okay, like that CB radio. Do you remember CB radios? Yes, no, you know, did you have a handle? What was your handle? Was it 19 for a copy? Or 19 for a copy, I think it was, wasn't it? When you're trying to call someone. Yeah, good buddy. Yeah, good buddy. You know, it's all that 10-10, good buddy. So, anyhow, that just takes me back a little bit. But with a CB radio, you kind of, when you transmit, you speak, you press the microphone button. And then you give. But when you kind of want to receive, you've got to let go of the button and then you receive. It's not taking. Taking's very kind of sort of negative, where receiving is very positive. So I do feel you're doing more receiving. And then just putting yourself into that receiving mode. Yeah, I mean, that's really positive, the Hanged Man in the reverse position. It really does show you're going to face up to things, okay? You're going to meet things head on, okay? Because the Hanged Man reverse is about a transformation. It's about a transition, okay? It's moving forward from the situation, dealing with the situation differently, dealing with this toxic person differently, cutting ties or just dealing with them differently, okay? Which then creates this breakthrough for you. So, your fears and your hopes is shown by the Six of Wands. Maybe you fear success, you fear change. We all fear change to a certain extent, okay? But I do sense here with the Six of Wands, look, there's a ring there, okay? It's talking about this commitment, this certainty which you desire, and it's very much this feeling of grabbing victory from the jaws of defeat. So something you feel was impossible is actually going to become a reality for you. A very positive card. It shows you coming out on top. So it could be improvements around work or business situation as well. Really nice. The final card is the Magician. So have you noticed how it was so difficult here, but you deal with the situation differently? That's what it's shown. Or you even can cut ties, whatever works. I mean, sometimes you can't cut ties, you need to deal with it differently, but it's one of the two, or perhaps a combination, or perhaps it's more than one person. So you do that, and you start to manifest. The Magician is all about manifestation. One hand up to the universe, the other hand down to the ground. So you manifest what you put out. So whatever you ask for, you start to manifest, and that comes about from you just allowing. There's also a strong sense of better communication. The card is all about communication. I was talking about that earlier. That's on the way. There's also something here about element of surprise, and it's a very, very positive card. So it's a positive surprise on the way within 1 month. Please don't forget to comment, to share, to like. Thank you.